Try to mix that glitter in real good so that it looks, you know, fairly even. It's almost impossible to tell. Okay, and then we're going to pour the molds. And I already did this one wrong. Yeah, let's just make a mess. Okay, when you pour, you want to pour, the hotter the plastic, the easier it is to pour. So you want to be really careful and pour the tail first. So you can get the detail. And then when it comes to the body, you can pretty well just dump it in until the mold is full. Sorry about the autofocus there. Okay, so you want to start with the tail. And these tails are really hard to pour because they're so fine. The injection mold is worth its weight in gold on this bait. You shoot that thing and the tail comes out perfect every time. This takes a lot of practice. You're going to mess up a lot of baits. You're going to have a lot of ugly spots. Eventually, you'll get used to it. And then about the time you get used to it, see the plastic, when it cools off and it clumps and piles up like that, it makes it hard to get the detail out of your bait that you want. See, I messed that all up. Let me just dump that in there. Try a different one. I try to get the plastic flowing and then fill in the tail. And again, this isn't going to be pretty. But see, in this cup here, I was able to pour 5 baits very badly. Look like I've had too much coffee this morning. Let's just go for one more and make it an even 6. See, now my plastic is cooling off. You can tell. You see how it doesn't even want to leave the cup? That creates problems when you're trying to pour. And those tin cups, they do that really bad. So I just pulled the chunk off my glass here when you couldn't see, and I'm going to try to finish this off. Okay, so with that little bit, I was able to pour all those fish. And now I'm going to zoom out and see if we can do a Senko if my plastic isn't cooled off too much here. Maybe I can do one. This takes a little practice because the feeder hole is small and you want to get it right in the middle or it'll plug up, and that one just plugged up. Let's try one more. And my plastic's cooling. Nope, not going to happen. Nope. See, when the plastic cools off, it changes the flow rate. You see how wide it is, and it bounces around. It's slow to smooth out. you don't have any control when it's like that. It seems like you would have more control, but you don't. See, the plastic didn't even smooth out. And actually, because that aluminum is cold, I can already peel that off. See, the plastic was cold, and so it plugged up the feeder and the baits wouldn't pour. But if I wanted to, I could put that back in the microwave for another 2 minutes and it'd be ready to pour again. In this case here, our video is long enough. So I pull this bait out. It's a little dark for watermelon, but it's not too bad. So this is a hand poured, what's supposed to be the same as this one out of a mold. And obviously the mold one looks considerably better. It really looks professional, store-bought. The dimensions are a little different, but and that's it. That's hand pouring. Maybe in a minute we'll do injection mold.